Hello my dear students, how are you? I hope see you soon. Today I'm going to make a short revision about the reading text for Unit 6, I Remember, pages 58 and 59. The title of this text is The Honey Seller. This text is written by an Indian writer. Her name is Madar Jeffrey. In this slide, I put the cover of her book. The name of this book is Climbing Mango Trees, and our reading text is taken from this book. I want to ask you another question. Is this text written in the first or third person? Bravo! This text is written by using the first person, the pronoun I. How is it divided up? This text is divided up into many paragraphs. How many paragraphs are there? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that there are 6 paragraphs in this text. Why do you think this paragraph is divided up like that? Because the writer is writing about different things and starts a new paragraph each time, and each time there is a new subject that is introduced. Now you are going to open your student book, page 58, and follow me. Look at the first paragraph. Read it silently and answer the questions. Have you finished? Yes. From reading a passage, do you think the writer is male or female? Bravo, the writer is female. Who can tell me what's the type of this text? This text is an autobiography. Who can tell me what's the meaning of autobiography? Bravo, a life story that is written by the person himself or herself. Can tell me what's the meaning of biography and what's the difference between autobiography and biography? Bravo. Biography means a life story that is written by another person, whereas autobiography means a life story that is written by the person himself or herself. Did you remember the title of the biography that you studied last year? Bravo, Victoria. Excellent. Victoria. Excellent. Now, look at this paragraph again. Where did the writer bring up? She brought up in India. What's the capital city of India? Bravo, the capital city of India is Delhi. Who can give me another word that means brought up? Bravo, brought up. Another word that means brought up is grow up. Grew up, sorry. It's grew up. Excellent. Who can give me an example of articles? The articles here are the. And who can give me an example of relative pronouns? Who? Bravo. Who can give me an example of possessive as the author's childhood? Bravo. Excellent. Thank you. In this paragraph, the writer employs the sense when she described the taste of her mother's pudding. And also, she told us about the main ingredients of this pudding. Who can tell me what were the main ingredients of the pudding? Yes, the main ingredients of the pudding were pistachio, cardamom, rice, and milk. I think this pudding is very delicious. Who can answer this question? What's the antonym of shallow? Bravo, deep. Which word is synonym for the noun smell? Yes, bravo. Roma, excellent, bravo, thank you. Excellent. Okay, who can give me an example of adjectives? Hot. Also, countable nouns. Balls. Conjunction. As soon as. Okay. How did the writer travel to and from school every day? By bike. How do you know? Because of cycling. Excellent, bravo. Excellent, bravo. Who can give me an example of adverb? Scarcely. Excellent. This paragraph is talking about the main activities that happened in May and April and what her mother was doing for her daughter in the Himalayas. Then she told us about the exams that she had on most days and what she took with her. Also, she told us about what she ate before she went to school when her mother gave her the bowls of almonds because she believed that this kind of nut was brain food and every child should eat it to pass the exam. Now, you are going to answer these questions with me. In what part of India were mother's sisters at school? Excellent, in the Himalayas. What was her mother doing for her daughters in the Himalayas? She sat knitting. Excellent. How many exams did she have on most days? Bravo, there were 2 exams, and between each exam there was a break. Okay, what thing did she take with her? She took with her pencils, pens, ink, bottles, rulers, and erasers. Why do you think the writer says here she was armed? Armed with pencils, pens, ink, and erasers? I think that the phrase armed with suggests that the exam was like going into a battle against the test paper, and she had these things to fight it with. Here in these 2 paragraphs, the writer told us about what happened with her mother when the honey seller came and convinced her that his honey was pure. How? He told her if it was pure, a fly would sink, then float to the top. He threw a fly in, it sank, then rose up and flew away. So her mother believed the honey must be pure. Yes, okay. What was the man selling on this particular day? Honey. Excellent. Why did her mother sometimes try to distract her? Because she thought she worked too hard. What did her mother want to be sure about? She wanted to be sure if it was pure or not. Okay, who can find a phrase that means having free time and not required to carry out any work or tasks? Bravo, off duty. Who can tell me or who can give me the phrase that means to go straight to the main point. Excellent. Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. Bravo. Okay, also, who can give me an example of a phrasal verb in these paragraphs? Came out. Bravo. Possessive pronoun. My. Adjectives. Heart. Possessive s. Nature's flowers. Look at the other paragraph here. Who can give me an example of gerund, flinging, who can give me another example for articles? A, another possessive pronoun, his, irregular verb, swung, coat, conjunction, until. Thank you. In the last paragraph, her mother told her cook about the honey story, and he laughed too much and told her that she had been completely duped, and he did the same thing with a fly as the honey seller had done. Now, find an adverb that means in an unkind way. Bravo, mercilessly. Who can give me an example of an adjective that means expert and skilled? Bravo, adept. Now, at the end of the text, what sort of person do you think her mother was? Okay, she was kind, caring, hard-working mother because she prepared food carefully for her daughter. She knitted for the sisters. She was concerned about the purity of the honey. Also, she was easily convinced by the honey seller, so she was perhaps too trusting. Look at the end of the paragraph here. At the end of this paragraph, there is the name of the book that this extract is taken, and also the name of the writer. Okay. Now look at this picture here. In this picture, the honey seller tried to convince her mother that his honey was pure. When he threw a fly in, it sank, then rose up and flew away. So her mother believed the honey must be pure. Look here also, there is a glossary here. Why is a glossary needed? Why do you think the writer used a glossary here? Okay, yeah, maybe because the writer is referring to things that are Indian and readers might not know what they are. In the other slide, or in the next slide, you are going to listen to my dear student Wajih, who is going to tell you a short summary about the honey seller. Listen to him.
Written by Mother Jeffrey, who is from India, from Delhi. She is, every time she comes home from school, her mother would produce cold firini, which is Indian dessert and pudding. And then she studies hard. And then when her mother sees her studying hard, she would come and distract her so she could relax and not get distracted. And then one day when she was studying hard, a person was chanting a tune and that he was selling honey. When Mother's mother believed the man and went. And then when she went and asked him, he said it was the purest honey and there's honeycomb. She bought several jars from the man. And then when the cook went home, she told the story, and then he said that she was duped, which means that she was tricked by the seller. And then he took sugar syrup in a jar, and then the fly went in and went away. And then the whole family was teasing her mercilessly because she believed a silly trick.